Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, February 5th, 2018. What's going on? How are ya? How you doing? I'm actually doing pretty good after a Super Bowl loss. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles winning their first Super Bowl championship of all time. Their first one. First one's the best one. If my team hadn't lost, I would have gone online or something like that just to watch grown men crying in Philadelphia over sports, which is one of my favorite things ever. I remember when the Patriots won their first one. I was actually at the game, having gone previously to when we lost to fucking Brett Favre. And he took off his helmet and ran down the field. Whee! I bet his agent cried on that play. We're going to make so much money. Look at him. He's so adorable. Have you seen a picture of his dick lately? No. I just remember when we kicked that field goal and we won. And I'm going to say we, by the way. Hey, people go, oh, you weren't on the field. Yeah, well, I get shit when my team loses. All right? Whenever your team wins, people go, you weren't playing. But if your team loses, then they go, fuck you guys. You guys lost. So suck a dick. All right? We lost yesterday. Anyways, I remember when we kicked a field goal to win the fucking thing. And everybody tackled each other, and I got up. There was this guy just standing there. He had like tears in his eyes. Like he was going to fucking start crying. And my eyes met his, and he was looking at me. To this day, it's the weirdest moment that I've had with another male. I could see if we were at a fucking funeral. Jesus Christ. Man the fuck up. And I also remember, if I was in Philadelphia, I would want to hear from that guy. One of my favorite things this year in the football season was when Carson Wentz went down and that Eagles fan called in the radio station and started breaking down crying to the point he freaked out the radio host. He called up, he was like sort of complaining, and then all of a sudden he's just like, when's it going to happen for us? Every year it looks like they're going to win. The fucking radio host is going like, buddy, you're crying? Oh, it's great. It was just fucking great. So I would love to hear that guy's follow-up call. He's probably crying even more. So I really wish when I finally saw the Eagles win the Super Bowl that they weren't playing my team so I could have enjoyed it more, because that is something as a sports fan that I really enjoy, because there's only two fan bases that I just wish eternal misery on, and that's the Yankees, because I have to, the same way they do it with Red Sox fans and the Montreal Canadiens. Other than that, I would never wish that a fan base never got to feel a championship. So congratulations to you guys. All right. Now, having said that, I've had that Don Henley song in my head this whole morning, just thinking about the game, because there's always that fucking devastating shock when your team loses. And the song I woke up hearing today, for whatever reason, was Don Henley's Last Worthless Evening. And I was walking around the kitchen. I was just singing, that was the worst fucking defense that I've ever seen. Dude, that was it was an exciting game. But if you really look at it, that was arguably the ugliest fucking Super Bowl I've ever seen. It was like both teams were in a fucking prevent defense the entire game. That was a fucking Super Bowl, people. There was 2 punts the entire game and no sacks, unless you count the Brady fumble, which I don't know how that works. If you slap the ball out and then you tackle the quarterback, if that's considered a sack. I heard them kind of alluding, saying this was the first sack of the game. I was at a Super Bowl party, which I usually don't do, but I got a kid now. And I went and actually, I had a good time. There's a bunch of kids running around throwing balls and all that stuff. And I was being the lunatic sitting in the other room by myself trying to watch the game or whatever. But anyways, you know what's great about having a kid? You don't have to watch the halftime show. I'm going to put her in the stroller and go for a walk. So I don't even know who played. the halftime. I just kept walking by the front door and I kept hearing music. And when the music ended, I came back in and then somebody goes, "Hey, great timing, great timing." It's like, hey, I've watched a few of these. Watched a good 40 of them. Anyways, I've never seen, like, the defense was so fucking bad in that game. It was literally like, how did either one of these teams even make it here? I don't know if it was the weird matchup or what. I mean, I don't know anything about the fucking Eagles, considering I thought that fucking Sproles guy was still playing. But I did call it with the running game. I just didn't know it was that fucking dude that you got from the Dolphins. Whatever, right? But I knew that was going to be a problem. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened to the Eagles, but I will tell you, the New England Patriots, the game this season where I went like, oh boy, oh Jesus, we ain't winning it this year, was when we played the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we went down and we scored. The fucking game was over. There wasn't enough time left, even with Big Ben, and then we gave up a 90-yard screen pass. And the only reason why we won that game was because of that stupid fucking is it a catch, isn't a catch. Now, when he catches the ball here and he turns and starts running with the ball, we don't know if he has possession as he possesses the ball and reaches over the fucking goal line. My number one thing I want them to fix in football is that fucking rule. I don't remember there really being a huge isn't it a catch controversy before they fucked with that rule. So every once in a while, you try to make the game less controversial and you do dumb shit like that. Or even the tuck rule. I mean, that was fucking stupid. That was a fumble. It's the stupidest. He tucked it in. I don't know. But I don't know the rule book the way they do. It's fucking dumb. And all you Raider fans who are jumping up and down because the Patriots fans said that was a fumble, go watch the fucking roughing the passer call that you guys got back with old Kenny Stable and Ray Hamilton jumping in the fucking air. That gave you a goddamn Super Bowl, okay? So why don't you take off your fucking Rocky Horror Picture Show scary Raider costume and shove it up your ass, all right? Sorry, I'm still a little upset that my team lost. Attacking fucking Raiders fans who are about to become the most profitable fucking franchise in the modern NFL era the second they go to Las Vegas. They're going to do so well in Las Vegas. This is my prediction that I'm going to say the Rams will eventually move to Reno or Laughlin, Nevada or some shit, right? So, anyways, getting to the game, that was the ugliest fucking game collectively of team defense I've ever seen in my fucking life. I don't remember seeing a punter the whole game. I haven't looked at the stats, because my team lost. So, you go on fucking radio silence. I'm not going on social media because not one Eagle fan talked any fucking shit. And I already looked at my feed last night. Somebody was like, oh, fuck it, all this shit. It's like, where was that before the game? When your green knees were fucking shaking. I think there was 2 punts, no sacks. Other than, I guess, that Brady thing, if they count that as a sack. Okay? If you told me before the fucking game started, I'll just say, because I don't know what happened, I'll say the Eagles punted once and the fucking Patriots punted once. You just told me, all right, you're not going to sack Nick Foles once and the Eagles are only going to punt once and you'll have 1 turnover. I'd be like, oh boy. Oh, this is going to be ugly. We're going to get the living shit kicked out of us. And I bet if you told Eagle, I mean, what the fuck happened to the Eagles defense? I thought they were going to kill us. I was like, Jesus, this fucking team looks like those Giant teams. So they got that great front four. They got a fucking running game. They're going to fucking make Brady move. And we're going to be frustrated and punting and all of that shit. And then they're going to have the running game chewing up the fucking clock. It was still a great game. And I know there's a bunch of Patriots fans whining about that trick play, who, by the way, Chris Collinsworth just couldn't get over that play. They kept going back to it. This has got to be the greatest, the most iconic play in Super Bowl history. It's like, you mean the one the Patriots just ran 5 minutes ago? You see that at least 5 times a fucking year in the NFL regular season. It wasn't like this unique trick play. And if you watch college football, you see it about 40 times a year. It's just this standard fucking play. Now, I guess the legal formation is if there's, You need 6 guys on the line. And the Eagles had 5, and there was one guy a cunt hair back. So, I don't know. If you want to say that's a legal formation, I'll tell you this. What the defense played yesterday, and if they actually called that, the Eagles would have scored on the next fucking play. All right? It'd be one thing if we were actually stopping them. I would actually look at that and be like, well, wait a minute, blah, 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 blah. You know, my buddy said something funny. He goes, if the Patriots scored on that and we actually won the game, they would be calling it formation gate for the next 3 fucking years, which is hilarious. We probably would have lost a draft pick because of that play. But there's no fucking way on any level I would ever take that victory away from the Eagles. They won the fucking game, all right? And this is how bad the defense was. Even on the last play of the fucking game, they still had to give the Eagles fan base a fucking heart attack when they batted the ball all around. I mean, there was like 3 Patriots that had a shot at the ball as it was like hanging in the air. Just a really weird fucking game. But I can say this. I am really happy for Eagles fans and the city of Philadelphia. And I know that I will always be sort of connected to that city as if I fucking hate them. I never did. It was just, I had a bad show. I was in Philly and I went after this shit that you loved. But I really, the only time I ever really hated a Philadelphia team was when the Celtics and Sixers had that great rivalry. But other than that, you know what I mean? We're in the AFC, you're in the NFC. We were in the Adams division, you were in the Patrick's division. I actually used to like the Flyers back in the 80s because I liked fights. And I remember rooting for them. I think they played Edmonton. I forget who they played, but they were going to lose the game, and out of nowhere, Ron Hextall had an absolute shit fit, and for whatever, I've never seen a goalie do this, just skated out of the crease and started fighting somebody. Just completely spazzed out. Fucking ran out. Skated out, I should say. But after a while, I couldn't become a Flyer. I couldn't stay a Flyers fan because they reminded me of how I was living my life. Where it's like, well, this worked fucking 30 years ago. Let me keep trying it every year. You know, they kept trying to beat their way to the cup because it won them a cup at 74, 75. And then they continued to do it well into the 2000s. So anyways, what else? I made a couple of notes here. I think that was it. Anyways, but this one, it doesn't hurt the way those Giants ones hurt. This one is just, this one just kind of sucks. But anyways, congratulations. That's fucking great. So now the Philadelphia Eagles in the last 10 years, the city of Philadelphia has won a World Series and they won a Super Bowl. So now they need the Flyers. It's 76ers to win, which I don't know how the fuck that's going to happen. So, anyways, there you go. There's my Super Bowl chatter. Once again, congratulations to the Eagles fans. And, Patriots fans, here's the positive that you can take from it. All right? The team 100% overachieved this year. All right? Not having Edelman the whole year, having Gronk concussed, and Brandon Cooks, essentially knocking himself out of the game. I've never seen anybody do something like that. When he peeled back, I literally yelled, what the fuck is he doing? I've never seen a guy peel back with the ball and be looking the wrong way and get himself knocked out of the game. There should have been like Benny Hill music playing. I don't know what I think he was so surprised he was that open. He didn't know what to do with it's like he had his own public park to himself. Anyways, here's your as Patriots fans, how you can get past this. Just be happy. You know, every time the Patriots win the Super Bowl, you know, when you really think about it, you know, have you ever gotten a ring yourself? You don't get a ring. All you have to do is now go out and buy a championship T-shirt and get a subscription to Sports Illustrated. So it's nice, you know, to avoid that expense. Anyways, so there you go. And now the worst feeling ever, almost as bad as your team losing the fucking Super Bowl, is that football season is officially over. No college, no pro, no Canadian, no nothing. Whatever, you got March Madness coming up. Formula One starts next month or whatever. But anyways, congratulations to the Patriots on a great season. And once again, congratulations to your Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia fucking Eagles, man. Who would have ever thought? Now, wait a minute. Let's go around the league. So who's left? We all know the Cleveland Browns. They certainly didn't take a step towards winning one this year, but you never know. Sure, they got a bunch of draft picks. Let's go around the league. Patriots obviously have won. Giants obviously have won. Jets won Super Bowl III. Eagles have won. Pittsburgh has won. Ravens have won. Washington has won. Carolina Panthers 0-2. Tennessee Titans lost to the Rams in one of the great Super Bowls of all time. All right. And they never won as the Houston Oilers. They did win an AFL title, I believe, the first year. Jacksonville Jaguars never won. So there's 3 teams that have never won. And the Browns, that's 4. Bengals never won, that's 5. Lions never won, that's 6. Dolphins have won, Tampa Bay's won. Atlanta never won, that's 7. Oh shit, there's still a lot of teams left. New Orleans has won. All right, moving on up. Minnesota never won. Bears have won. Kansas City Chiefs won, Super Bowl IV. Cowboys have won. Houston Texans have never won. That's 9. Broncos have won. Arizona Cardinals never won. That's 10. San Diego Chargers never won. Jesus Christ, this is really saying about how many dynasties there's been in football. The Rams never won. Fuck. Raiders have won. 49ers have won. Seattle have won. I probably missed a team or 2 there. So 12 teams haven't won it. 20 teams have. Well, I guess, you know something, if when the Patriots, we say the Steelers have won 6, Patriots have won 5, 49ers won 5, and Cowboys have won 5. That's 21 of the 52 Super Bowls right there, spread out with just 4 fucking teams. Giants got 4, so that's 24. Packers have 4, that's 28. So that's 1, 4, like 6 teams have won 28 of them. Well, I guess that kind of makes sense then. So I guess there's really no shame at this point, you know, having never won a fucking Super Bowl. And considering like a lot of those teams I mentioned were expansion teams like the Panthers, Texans, and fucking Jaguars. All right, there you go. Another goddamn season out the window. And I have to be honest with you, I am really fearful, you know, with Tom Brady going to be turning 41 here, that it might be a long, long time before we ever get back to another one. If we don't get back next year, because I'll never forget, you know, everybody talks about Dan Marino, who undeservingly gets all this shit for having never won a Super Bowl. I mean, the game had passed his coach by. He never had a running game. He never had a defense. He still did what he did. Was he supposed to tackle people too and come up with the fucking game plan? The man would literally throw for 6,000 yards a season if the rules of pass coverage were the way they are. All right? Now, that guy went to a Super Bowl in his second year, I believe, in 1984. Not only did the Dolphins never get back during his career, they've never been back, period, since then. So that was 34 fucking years ago. Dan Marino was 23 years old. He's now 57. That's how fucking nuts this is. So I'm telling you right now, when Brady and Belichick leave, you know, I'm going to be 50 years old. If we go through what the Dolphins go through, I will be 84 years old still waiting for them to get back. So I don't take any of this for granted, because there's a lot of people who hate the Patriots go, I mean, you guys must not even be exciting anymore. It's like, no, dude, it's fucking unbelievable. I'm trying to enjoy every second of it, because I always think, okay, this is the last time we're getting back. Thank God we won. This is the last time we're getting back. Ah, fuck, we lost. This is the last time. Oh, we lost again. Oh, we won. We won again. Now we fucking lost. I don't know. I don't know. It's fucking, and for all you Patriot haters out there, I mean, you're really, Paul Verzi said it best. He goes, it's like you're literally watching something you're probably never going to fucking see again. That level of dominance. But I do understand, if you love your fucking team and all that shit. But anyways, we are definitely, I don't know where we are in the run. We're definitely in the final 10% of it. And I don't know if that was the last of it. We shall see. We shall definitely see. But, here's the thing. If they never get back again in 34 years, or they do, either way, I'll be sitting there watching. Because I have nothing better to do. And look who just came in. The one thing that can put my smile on my face after a Super Bowl loss, my wife and my beautiful daughter.
She insisted on coming in.
Okay, come on in. You know what? I don't know what happened yesterday in that Super Bowl. I can't explain. There should have been Benny Hill music playing during that game. Can you give us your breakdown, Honey Bunch? What happened? Pushing the microphone away. You don't even want to talk about it? You're so devastated. That's because you're spoiled. Because this.
Hi. Hi.
Hi. The Patriots won the Super Bowl every year of your life until this year.
What?
That's right. She's 1 year old, and they've already been there twice.
Oh.
And all she knew was winning. Sorry that you had to learn this ugly lesson. Oh, my God, if they showed Nick Foles' wife one more friggin' time, I get it. Isn't it unbelievable? I guess I have to say, as a redhead, the way blonde people get treated. I swear to God, if she was a brunette, maybe they would have panned past her face to some fat Eagles fan eating a cheesesteak. Are you going to say anything? You just throwing your hands up? Is it weird that I have headphones on and a microphone here?
You can't say hi?
You say mama? Nothing? Nothing. She's speechless after that loss, right? There you go. There's the mama. Can you say hi? Can you say hi, buddy? You can wave.
Hi.
Hey, who played the halftime show yesterday?
Justin Timberlake.
Oh, it was Justin Timberlake. Oh, shit. I should have watched that. I was pushing her up and down the driveway. Having a grand old time. All right.
Hi.
All right, let's stop trying to show off here. Let me finish my podcast here.
All right, come on. Say bye-bye.
They haven't showed a quarterback's wife that much since Kurt Warner's. Although she was a brunette. So there goes that theory. All right. The stupid pom-pom hat on. You're in an indoor stadium. All right, Bill, don't be a bitter douche. All right, I won't. Congratulations to Nick Foles' wife. I was hoping that the Patriots were going to kick the shit out of the Eagles just so I could have seen this sports headline, and if Nick Foles threw like 3 interceptions, they would have said Nick folded. But it didn't happen. Okay, that's the podcast. Once again, congratulations to your Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. Like I said, I hope you guys know all these, I had one bad fucking show in Philly and everybody thinks I hate the fucking city. I actually love the city, other than the fact you have 58 one-ways going to the left before there's one going to the right and then another 58 going left and then 60 going right after that. It makes no fucking sense. Other than that, yeah, I really don't have a beef with you. And a lot of times, I wish that show happened in North Carolina because I would have just stood on stage making fun of them for losing the Civil War and the fucking Charlotte Bobcats and Hornets and all. I would just make fun of all that, losing their fucking team and all of that. That's what I would have done. I just happened to be. I was actually in New Jersey. That's the funny thing about all of it.